Yo, you guys, welcome back to another video. This is Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got a huge video as we just learned a lot about Michigan football this upcoming season, and a lot of what Harbaugh has said. Aidan Hutchinson, Hassan Haskins, and Josh Ross, they were all there for Big Ten Media Day and all took interviews and everything. So we're going to be talking about the key takeaways from all these interviews, including what Harbaugh said, and pretty much talking about the Ohio State rivalry and what it means to this team. So we're going to be getting into everything, so make sure you guys are subscribed, and let's get right into today's video. Alright, so the first thing I want to mention is the quarterback situation. Right now, I made a video about the QBs and pretty much talked only about McNamara and Bowman. But right now, Harbaugh started out saying that Cade McNamara is the #1 QB heading into fall camp. So Cade McNamara right now is the #1 QB, and then right behind him is JJ McCarthy. Now, Harbaugh said that McNamara, he's not taking the starting job away. And McCarthy is right there with him, though. He's trying to get the starting job, but McNamara is just not letting him get it. And so that's really cool. A freshman, J.J. McCarthy, says he has great arm strength, great ability, and so that really is huge for Michigan and the future at the QB position. But Cade McNamara is the #1 QB, and then he pretty much said that J.J. McCarthy is quarterback #2, and then right behind J.J. McCarthy is Dan Villari. He is the #3 quarterback, and he actually said that he will be doing Taysom Hill type of role and coming in special teams. And then Alan Bowman has impressed in summer, but obviously he will be the #4 QB, so that is actually pretty surprising, and I guess it's really because he still has to learn the system more, as he pretty much just came in to Michigan. He was the one quarterback that really did not get a head start here. So Alan Bowman is the #4 QB, so that is right there on the quarterbacks right there. And then obviously people asked him about the rivalries against Michigan State and Ohio State, and what they need to do to climb the mountain and get to a championship, a Big Ten championship, and to the playoffs. And Harbaugh this year said about beating Ohio State. He pretty much said that we are going to either do it or we're going to die trying to do it. So that is really huge, and Harbaugh and all the players, you could just see their energy. They want to beat Ohio State. They showed it in these interviews, and that is really huge because I feel like in the past, Michigan players, Harbaugh, they never talked about beating Ohio State, playing them. They just never talked about them, and quite frankly, I didn't really get it. A lot of Michigan fans didn't really get it, and now that they have said that every single day at practice, when they're working out, when they're getting better each and every day, they're focused on beating Ohio State and pretty much getting that last rep in. They always remind themselves, go one step further in their workout reps or whatever, just to beat Ohio State. So every day you get better to beat Ohio State, and I feel like that's what it has to be from here on out. And a lot of people were saying like, oh, you gotta be worried about Washington or Wisconsin or all those other teams before Ohio State. But it's like in the past years, everybody was saying, no, you gotta focus on Ohio State, not on the next team that's on your schedule. And now it's vice versa. But you just gotta focus on Ohio State, and that's how it should be. Each and every day is to beat Ohio State, and that's just how it should be. And I'm really excited to see that this is what they are doing right now, and the energy on the team is very, very good right now. Now the next thing I'm going to talk about is Aidan Hutchinson and Josh Ross both talked about the negativity on the team in past years, and pretty much what they said is that the negativity off of players, they fed into all that negativity from other players, and the negativity really affected the team and how they played and how they showed up against Ohio State and everything. And they said that the culture of the negativity has changed, and ever since the winter, Aidan Hutchinson, Josh Ross have, all taken accountability, and they have been the leaders on the team, really leading the players and telling them, hey, we have to take accountability. And another thing they did mention is, last year they all agreed on is that last year was not Michigan football, and that, the 2-4 season, that's just not Michigan football. And Josh Ross continued to say that in his interview, it wasn't Michigan football, and they knew they could do better, and losing all those games and playing pretty much like crap was not Michigan football. And so all the players understand that, and now they're obviously working really hard to get better and better and have a better outcome this year. And I'm sure last season reminds them to do better this year. But yeah, Aidan Hutchinson really touched up on the culture, and he said, something was not right around the culture, prior to the off season, and they really have attacked that and pretty much tried to fix it. And as leaders for Aidan Hutchinson, and Josh Ross, Hassan Haskins, this is going to be their last year, at least for Aidan Hutchinson and Josh Ross. So, this is their final go for Michigan. And Aidan Hutchinson and Josh Ross, they both came back because they wanted to prove, that they can do better, and they just knew that last year was not Michigan football, and they didn't want to leave on that note. So that is very, very cool. The energy right now is very, very good on the team, and it sounds like they all want to do it, obviously, and so we'll see what happens. Obviously, you got to prove it on the field, but another thing I'm going to get into is they all have trust in each other, the coaching staff, the players. Aidan Hutchinson, Josh Ross both said that they would go into Mike McDonald's, our new defensive coordinator's office. They would talk to him for hours, just about life or football, and having that trust there and being able to talk to your coach for hours is very huge. And that just, shows that you can trust your coach. The coaches can trust their players, and the chemistry right now seems to be really good. And that is very excited to see. Harbaugh also touched up about his new coaching staff, that they are all teachers, they are all, football smart, and they can all, teach the players and grow them. And so coaching staff, really good. The chemistry in the team seems a lot better. The negativity seems like it's going away from the players, and the culture, they also said, has changed. But obviously we still have to see it on the out there on the field, so we'll see what happens this year out on the field. They have to prove it, and I know they will want to prove it, so we'll see how they play out in the field this year. Now, another thing on the defensive side, Aidan Hutchinson and Josh Ross both said that Mike McDonald's defense is a lot different than Don Brown's. Don Brown's defense, what we can all agree on pretty much, is that it was very, very predictable from the offensive standpoint, and his defense just, it really didn't have that many, pretty much, it was just really predictable. Now with Mike McDonald's defense, they can go into a 3-4, 4-3, and all these, defenses, and they can, show something, like they're gonna do something, and then they'll do the complete opposite. So that is what Aidan Hutchinson and Josh Ross said about Mike McDonald's defense, and that should be huge for our defense. I mean, Don Brown was all about the blitz, now Mike McDonald is, gonna do everything, and that is really huge. He's coming from the NFL, and, that is actually really huge for recruiting as well, as he is, putting in plays from the NFL, and I'm sure the players will see that and look at it and say, hey, these are plays from the NFL. If I'm going to learn them here in Michigan, it'll probably really help me in my future in the NFL. So that is also huge for recruiting. But also, during the play time on the field, during, big games like Ohio State, so if teams can't predict, what you're going to run on defense, that is going to be really huge. Aidan Hutchinson actually said that the new defense is, 1,000% not going to be as predictable. So that is very huge on the defensive side. That's pretty much it. Everything on the defensive side. Now stuff on the offensive side, we're going to be talking about Mike Hart, the running back, coach for Michigan, obviously coming from Indiana. Obviously, Mike Hart is, the beast that played here in Michigan, the all-time leading rusher here in Michigan. And for him to be coaching here is huge for the running backs. Hassan Haskins, he said that he loves the coach. He loves his energy on the team, what he brings. And he also, just said that it is really cool to see, a guy that has been in his position before here playing at Michigan, and he has just learned so much from him. And so that's very, very huge from Mike Hart. Obviously, having him will be huge for the running backs, especially Donovan Edwards, the freshman running back. Also, I forgot to mention Donovan Edwards. Harbaugh said that he will be getting some touches, but right now it is Blake Corum and Hassan Haskins that will be running backs 1 and 2. And then right behind them, though, is Donovan Edwards. So we will see him getting some touches in week 1. Now, I'm also hoping that if we blow out Western Michigan and Caden McNamara is the starter, that we will see J.J. McCarthy get some reps in the fourth quarter. That will be really cool to see. So hopefully that happens as well. But yeah, we covered a lot already, guys. I'm pretty sure that is almost everything that I took from the Big Ten Media Day. It was really cool to see the energy of the players, the coaches. I was actually, not gonna lie, getting worried about making a video because there just was not any news going on around Michigan basketball or football. But then, obviously we had Big Ten Media Days coming up, and I, just hope that I can make a video on the Big Ten Media Day. And there was a lot that was said on Big Ten Media Day for Michigan, from the players to Coach Harbaugh. So very, very glad that I was able to make this video for you guys. Harbaugh has actually put as well on beating Ohio State that he is enthusiastic and excited as ever to get back on that field and try and beat Ohio State. And obviously mentioned that they're going to, beat these teams or die trying. That refers to beating Michigan State and definitely refers to beating Ohio State. So also about Mike McDonald, he says all options are open, and says that the new coaches has gone even better than he could have hoped. So that's very, very cool with the new coaches and everything. That is pretty much it. We covered almost everything, I'm pretty sure. If you guys do have any questions, or if you guys just want to, talk about something in the comment section, feel free. Just keep it friendly, and that will pretty much wrap it all up. Great energy from the players, and the players, they want to prove something this year. Also, another thing I forgot to mention was Aidan Hutchinson and Josh Ross both said that they kind of like being the underdogs. Obviously, we are pretty much underdogs this year. Predicting to go 6-6, and they both said that they love being the underdogs and they can't wait to show how good this team is. So that's very, very cool to hear, and the energy is just really cool. Really love to see all the energy. Hope you guys love to see it as well. Now obviously they do still have to prove it on the field. Hopefully they do prove it on the field, and I hope this team this year can be good. But yeah, the energy on the team is good, but they still have to prove it. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully they come out, playing better this year. Obviously the defense should be a lot better, I think. Hopefully the players, learn the system and all the plays good. Might be a rough first year, but I think we will definitely do better. My prediction, obviously, I predicted or gave all my predictions as best as possible. I didn't really, want to, say if they lost or won like the big games, Ohio State, Washington. I kind of left those games open to decide on. Actually, Ohio State, I did say that we would lose. I predicted us to go 9-3, and I think the 3 losses will probably be maybe to Washington, Wisconsin, or Ohio State, or Penn State, maybe winning the Washington game, something like that. But my prediction would be 9-3 right now. You just got to see how the team is. There's not a lot to predict on. Hopefully they come out and they surprise me, they surprise all of us, and hopefully they do good. But that is pretty much everything from the Big Ten Media Day. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think. That will pretty much wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like, subscribe for more. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.